Hi, I'm Steve Mianti doing the Junkyard Crawl here in rural Vermont with a 1959 Buick Super Fastback Coupe. Now, 49 was the big year for Buick restyling as Harley Earl and his art and color design people really got an overdrive with beautiful body styles. Gone with the pontoon style bloated front fenders, changed out for a envelope style body, front and rear. And of course, first year for Buick's fabled Venti-Ports right here. 3 of them on lesser cars, 4 of them on cars of upscale cars, Century, Roadmaster, Unlimited. But the Special, like this one here, got 3, whereas the other ones get 4. So sort of a status symbol in plain sight for people to look at. Some people call these portholes or mouse holes, but the same touch was used and continues to be used on vehicles made by Buick to this very day. Sometimes they're rectangular, but the style of these things, the remnants of this design, lingers on today on modern Buicks. Started right here in 1949. And this is a 2-door fastback, kind of a cool car. And before we go to the back, let's look under the hood. Now, Buicks were known for their straight 8s, push-rod engines, pretty modern stuff. Of course, Cadillac and Oldsmobile in 1949 had new overhead valve V8s. Buick was a few years away. 53 was the first year for the Buick Nailhead V8. This is not going to have that. This is going to be the straight 8 with 248 cubic inches right there, 2-barrel carburetor. There's also a 320 cube motor used in the larger Buicks, but this has seen a lot of torque. Some people liken these things to the side. It's like a steam engine. It's a wall of an engine. It seems like it's about 10 feet tall. It's just a tall straight 8 engine, a monster of an engine, but lots of torque and a very heavy engine too. But something kind of neat about these cars is the fact that the hood opens up 2 different ways, either like this or from the sides, like this. So you have to unhinge it. Let me just make sure I can do this properly rather than mangle this thing. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Just lift like this and access that side like this. And it works either way. So you can see that the latches are arranged so they can work. Both sides have the latches here and here. Both sides you can do this or the other way around if you're dealing with the exhaust and intake or the spark plugs. So kind of an interesting styling touch and functional too for mechanics to work on either side without having to lean over the front of the engine instead of just work over the fender. And here's the iconic gun sight hood ornament right here. There are dozens of iterations of this by various car makers, but here is Buick's take on it in 1949. Sort of a torpedo coming through a gun sight right there. Pretty cool, very stylized. And of course, Buick logo at the front right there. Let's walk around. Let's take a look at that classic fastback 2-door coupe body. And here it is, Super, right here, Buick Super. And let's look inside as we make our way around. And this car had the 3-speed manual transmission. Now, the Dynaflow semi-automatic arrived in 1939, not seen here, but Buick was one of the first in Detroit to offer a semi-automatic transmission, the Dynaflow. This ain't that. It's a 3-speed manual. It has a radio, or it had a radio, I should say. The dash is built for it, but it's gone. But here are the original wheels on this thing with trim rings. Kind of cool. There would have been a chrome Buick emblem or hubcap in the center right there. Not a wheel cover, a hubcap, because it covers the lug nuts. Speaking of lug nuts, these are unique. Buick didn't have nuts and studs. The wheels actually bolt on, and here's the bolts right here. Left hand or right hand. You got to read the end of that thing and righty tighty, lefty loosey. Don't get it wrong. I'm gonna strip up. But those are bolts, not studs and nuts. Kind of interesting Buick stuff right there. Now, getting back to this beautiful body designed by Harley Earl. There it is, beautiful right there. It seems a mile long, but beautiful. Again, 1949 was the first year for the envelope body style and this really graceful fastback style on this thing. The deck lid opens up, and before we do that, the Buick 8 logo is seen right here. Buick 8 to show the guy behind you. You get a Buick 8 torque monster under the hood. And inside of the trunk area, you see bits and pieces, some wheels, a radiator, and some stuff from, I think, a torque tube assembly somewhere in here. I think I saw a torque tube. There's a 3-speed manual transmission right there. Torque tube stuff is gone. I guess maybe somebody bought them. Speaking of that, you can actually buy things from the Paul Krause collection by emailing Paul at Crozier, paulcrozier@gmail.com. Bits and pieces, the gun sight, the logos, the wheels, anything you want. You can purchase it from, if you want to, from Paul Krause. The glass, the trim is all very good. And this one does have the fender flares or fender skirts right here. And they clip on. They go in like this. And then the little tabs that hold them on. So it gives the car a very sleek, almost like a submarine kind of a vibe. But again, this one's probably too far gone. Although I would say that, with the right attitude and budget, you could certainly make this into a very cool sort of a hot rod. I could see Boyd Coddington or someone like him doing this into a custom, slam it down, air suspension, wide white billet wheels, 20 inches or something like that. Be a good blank slate to do something fun with. So that's the story of this 1949 Buick Super Fastback Coupe. First year for the Venti-Ports. And again, first year for this beautiful streamlined styling from Harley Earl and the Art and Color division of General Motors Styling. And hope you like this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe to the Steve Eggs YouTube channel and come back tomorrow for more Junkyard Crawl videos. Thank you for watching.